Try to not ruin anything.
That's funny.
Yep.
I think like it would do us a disservice though also for us not to talk about how awesome Emily and Colin are as well. And it's like there's components to it too for me where I forget or I feel weird sometimes that I am the bassist in Linkin Park or whatever that means because we go home and I take out the trash and my kids make fun of me and it's there's a disconnect between coming to Bogota, Colombia for the first time ever and having people be so excited because you're here and then like the rest, the 99% of the rest of my normal day or life is not that. I don't walk downstairs in the morning and have like my family cheer that I've entered the room. That's not real life. That's not normal. So there's a part of it for all of us. I think that's like the band is bigger. It means more to people. It means more to us in so many ways than just like, oh, we're members of the band or I don't know. It's hard to describe. And with that, also like what Emily and Colin have brought into that mix is invaluable. It's huge and so important to our live show, what we're doing, but even more so to the record. Like their contribution to that was absolutely from zero couldn't have happened without the two of them. So it's like I got to imagine Emily that you guys are in that weird push pull of like I'm doing this thing that's a big crazy thing and also like so normal in so many different ways to like have us sit and hang out, do dinner, record at Mike's house, whatever. There's like a weird disconnect between almost like two completely separate modes of how this all goes.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Guys, more so to the band, was there a song that you heard Emily on that was sort of the light switch moment of, okay, this isn't just a featured artist or somebody we like working with. This is somebody who could be the new lead singer of our band.
Oh man, Em, I still have to share that playlist with you that I made of your stuff. Do you
Oh
remember
yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah.
made like I when I got more when we were starting to get get serious about this lineup, I made a playlist of favorite songs that Emily had, I mean, the favorite Dead Sarah songs basically. And I mean, it kind of goes without saying that Weatherman was like the first one I had heard back when that came out, but there were ones off of different records that helped me imagine how she would participate in our band. Like I can hear sounds in my head before they're like a real sound, and that's how like when I'm working on a song, I might go, oh, I imagine we should add something kind of like this, because I can almost picture it somehow. And when I was listening to certain songs of hers, I could just tell that Emily would be really good on, on crawling or on pleaded out or what I've done. It was just seemed obvious to me that the texture of her voice and the way when she sings, like it's not, I feel like she's a great performer, but the singing isn't performative, if that makes sense. Like it's not an instrument that you just pick up and play. There's so much like personal, like soul coming through and emotion, natural emotion that comes through when she sings. And I don't get that feeling from a lot of singers. I only get that feeling from certain people who are great.
Yeah, I'm not a great singer, but I know that Mike gets that feeling from when I sing.
Yeah, because it's not about technicality, even though Joe is technically one of, if not the best singer.
In the world.
It really is about soul and emotion, and he's got that too. So it's very intimidating for us.
Good play on words with soul.
I scare myself sometimes.
Well, I've actually heard
Dave,
you guys.
I like that slipped under the radar, but I just want to acknowledge the joke.
Um, Speaking of vocals, Emily's vocals, I heard that that you guys have said that her vocals specifically inspired the sonic direction of the album. Is that fair to say?
I felt like we could do, yeah, in the same way that like everybody's participation like does that, like for us, the song, like the DNA of the song, the arrangement of it, the sound that you end up hearing is a synthesis of all of the different people that are there and that participated, right? So when you've got different people, you've got different, strengths and weaknesses. Or in this case, like all weaknesses. And we just, do our best to not make the song suck. And I think
I,
these,
I, I would
I think
also
these
add
songs
to
don't
that
suck.
that it's not just like here's Mike and here's Emily, and this is what they do. One raps and kind of sings. Like Mike, if you pay attention to this record, the versatility that he brings to the table, is there's a lot going on that people may not notice unless they're paying attention. And the way Emily just interweaves with that is fantastic. And then to be able to set up for a big crescendo is for powerful moments. It really comes naturally, and that's something that's part of Linkin Park's historical DNA that was really we're really able to encapsulate when we started working with Emily.
Yeah, Joe was just saying there what Mike does on the record, and I wanted to ask you guys about track 6, Casualty, and how that I felt like I'm by no means a Linkin Park historian necessarily, but that seemed like a new Mike Shinoda in terms of vocal delivery, and even a new kind of heavy from you guys, than maybe the expected Linkin Park heavy. Can you talk to me about Casualty?
I mean, one of our favorite songs on the album. It's arguably the heaviest song on the record, and yeah, we wrote a good deal of the. I mean, I think we had a lot of the body of the track. Might have been. I don't remember if Colin and I kind of cooked up a bunch of that with Brad or how that came about, but I know that when we all got together to do the vocals, we did a lot of it in one day. And I loved we came with the chorus first. Emily came with those lyrics and that screaming part, and she and I kind of worked that out. And then when it came to the verses, I had a few ideas that I had already sketched out, and I think it was Joe that suggested like try and do them in a different style, like a louder, different style instead of just doing like a rap. And yeah, it's like I grew up listening, like a couple of the bands